Hey everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid reviews in Tokusatsu-ish armor with what's left of the Lightning Collection for some Toku check-ins. But before we get to that, I want to do a quick announcement of reviews for this and next week. It's obviously going to be, for this week, is going to be Karate Kid Legends. And I'm going to try to do something special with that as hopefully do a retro mom notes. Basically, my mom also watched the Cobra Kai series, didn't watch all the Karate Kid movies, but is very much willing to watch this movie with me as a late Mother's Day gift slash lunch. I kind of owe her, so we're gonna hopefully get some notes with her. If not, I'll get some reactions and not film reactions, just get her initial thoughts on this movie as well. But yeah, box office looks probably okay. Early projections are early projections. There's already been early reviews. Hopefully some non-spoiler ones on, Damn Rolls fronts. I'll go to that in the cards of anything else. So with Western stuff out of the way, let's get to what I will be doing also next week. I'm going to be trying to do a double review, if not a separate review, for the finale and my thoughts of Season 2 of Last of Us. So, yes, you're going to get more me time on that, and probably another more of me time again, also for Ballerina, for the John Wick spinoff, also later that next week as well. So with that all being said, let's do a Toku check-in, and yeah, I don't got a phrase or henshin for it yet. So, check-in time for this week's Gozyuger episodes. At the time of this recording, I did not sit through the Berserk Red Racer arc that Gao is currently going through and is getting some much-needed backstory for him. So, if anything else, I highly recommend Thomas Jujubi short for that two-parter. So, but what I'm seeing so far is that if the Berserk Red Ranger arcs are going to be two-parters, that kind of makes sense for the character they want to focus as that at that Sentai's representative Red Senshi for the week, so that would be pretty cool. Also, what I've heard is that there's no monster, number one monster, no one for that arc, so it might be next week as well, so who really knows. So with that all being said, let's get to the episodes I have clearly missed, starting with episodes 11 and 12, the Gao Red Gaia arc. This was a really interesting arc. I absolutely adore just the hook of this two-parter for this Red Senshi representative for Gao Ranger, otherwise known here in the States as Wild Force. So again, go to the, I guess, any of the clips and highlights of the fights I'll try to bring up here. The funniest ones, obviously, was in the early half of the arc in episode 11, when he was basically taming almost all of the Gozyugers with, like, animal-themed tame equipment that might be educational as well. So I'll, again, go to the wiki on that if that's like legit what actual animal wranglers used to tame back in the day or even nowadays. So again, let me know in the comments for that. So that's where the comedy usually is. There was a no one monster to it, if I remember correctly, because I think it was tied to Gaia's ex-love interest. That's basically, again, it's a mini love story in and of itself with this two-parter, so that's kind of how it is. For the Gao Ranger, I guess isms is probably the flute is the closest thing to probably something that might have been in that Sentai's version of Animaria. So, again, I might be misremembering, so let me know in the comments as always. With that said, I do want to circle back around episode 10, the Showa Spirit arc that Gojuger Eagle is going through, and the whole story arc of him, character-wise, is that he's basically an old guy that got de-aged, reverse Benjamin Button, basically, into this season's Green Senshi, so it's cool for what it was. The main reason I want to circle back to it is that we get to, well, not this Tegazor fight, but definitely the Tegazor fight for canonizing Mighty Morphin Black and Gold Zord for Daijujin for that arc. So again, I haven't really had a clean cut of the highlights of the fight itself. So again, look it up on your own discretion, especially for fansubs as well. So on to the finale of back to the Gaia Gao Ranger tribute episode arc. The Tegazor fight between that and Gojuger Lion, who was their Blue Ranger. I'm actually getting more and more, he's not giving me shades of, like, if we're talking Anniversary Sentai bar for like, say, Joe from, like, Gokaiger. Yeah, speaking of, go to, when I talked about his crossover episode with Boom Boogers last year. It's kind of almost getting there. I am getting the feel for the Tegazors. I am very much aware that their personal mechs, along with, I think, toy-wise, is also transformable to this series' the season of Sentai's Morpher, along with Blades. And the same, it's a very multi-versatile henshin device, if I remember correctly. So again, final cards probably goes to basically any of the toy demos of the Tegazords, and obviously the sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied with a G named convention Sentai, the Gozyuger henshin morpher. So ultimately, my final thoughts on just the catch-up as a whole for these episodes is actually really fun. Keep in mind, this is still the early teens. I'm also aware news-wise that they're getting a Gozyuger Polar for their 6th and more importantly, their white and gold ranger, essentially. So I'm guessing for his or her or their Sentai themes of like previous rangers could predicate to 6 rangers that are also red Senjis. There's only like a handful total if they're gonna stick to just sticking to 50 plus red rangers. However, I still think they're gonna be animal themed red Senjis that character could go with as a focus arc. So again, more of that will probably come in the later episodes. No Kamar Gav, my dearest apologies. I don't know what is essentially his final form yet. I'm very much behind, so I'm gonna have to do a rewatch for that. So with all the rewatches I'm gonna have to do out of the way, my final thoughts before going to the end cards is for channel content, yes, I am absolutely going to be doing a Cobra Kai-ish review of Karate Kid Legends, so that you guys get a good feel for that this weekend. At the time of this recording, like I said earlier, I did not sit through the Berserk Red Racer 2-part arc with Gozyuger Yellow. My apologies on the character name and all that. Like as always, the team and the seasons wiki down below. And yeah, I absolutely adored the 2-part Gao Ranger tribute arc, because that was insane for just a really interesting Red Senshi that I think him and obviously the representative for Zyuranger should absolutely come back as recurring characters for like later arcs. But again, that's more for how I really feel so far for the Sentai. Ultimately for Gozyuger, it's absolutely a banger. It's got the legs to be bar for bar with Gokaiger. Hopefully. Also, while I got you here, I am very much aware of the NHK popularity poll that they pulled for Sentai for the 50th anniversary. So, if anything, please check out the blog post down below if I can find that. And until next time, and with a bunch of homework I'm probably gonna have to do, go to this really okay shot of it's like the Sentai equivalent of a medium shot of the Tegazord of the week, and I really forgot Gao Ranger's main Zord name. My apologies for that mecha. Long story short, yeah, go to that over there to my previous video, which was of course talking about the finale of the Mission Impossible franchise, and me go to me de-henching over here to the shorts playlist where I did some things I missed specifically in that episode as well. Sorry, in that review as well. I might be doing that also for check-ins for Gozyuger that might replace Critical Role shorts until Campaign 4 drops. Or if you're watching me on a Thursday, I am very much going to be closely watching the Age of Ember, a parter, yeah, 8-shot under Critical Role's new Dagger Heart system, and I think it's going to be either the most Soulsborne thing I think Matt could get away with for the program, or hijinks will ensue knowing the Critical Role cast. But more on that hopefully next week. So until next time, take care, subscribe, and yeah, I feel like they need a combiner Tegazord. It's going to happen, I know, probably later in the toy line, but sooner rather than later, Toei.